Did they?
Yeah. Where's those? Who's in gate? Phil? Black number? Yeah, 8 bucks. Alright, you catch him here, I'll catch him over there.
Blame for everything. You have to get the blame. I'm glad there's no earthquake here.
We are underway. Look at Flash get in the box. There's no Tickler on the inside.
Come on, Donnie.
Looks like he's
Got a boy, Donnie. Just pull that line.
Tickler is Flash get. Here comes Olsen. Donnie Olsen hanging on number 3. After that, I don't know who it is. I say that's me. Not to see that over. But Flash get. Olsen right now, 86. Richards hanging on number 4. Here comes Mr. Excitement out of nowhere.
Come on, Donnie, now. Come on.
Wayne, they do, trying to make up some ground. Must have got a bad start out there.
Missed it there.
Olsen trying to reel this out.
Second group.
We're going to model number 2. More 17 over X. Ground control number 3 national, I believe. That's Darren Waterbury. Sidler, Tommy Johnson, Maynard White. Like that is no show. That's TJ the Intimidator. Tommy Johnson, number 2. Maynard White, number 3. James Sidler, number 4. The backup on the front side. Darren Waterbury.
Corner's tricky.
Going to the finish line.
Don't know what it is, but it looks good.
There you go. Run City.
Good thing I taped it.
Greg Williams, who's down, Todd Astor, and Donnie Olsen, and that's Olsen on the front, Astor all over his knee. Olsen, Astor. Running through, we got the 139 on Mike, high hold to Daryl, number 3, but Olsen, Astor, to Daryl's trying to wheel him in the glove. Williams is still down.
Williams.
Number 1 coming at us out there on last there, no problem there. Daryl's number 2, Astor's going to try to hold him off, and he does. Astor holds on number 2 to Daryl, number 3. You watch everyone else out there. They've got the Greg Williams and Matt Dallas, 2 big time gas riders.
More cruisers.
Oh, wow. Can I talk to Mike?
Why don't we get my father?
I don't know who we got out there.
14 novice.
Number 1, Nolan McGuire. Number 2,
We all get good starts. Except for the green guy.
Oh, there's going to be a crash.
Back behind you here. Oh, yeah, there's a crash. Got it? Good.
I got it.
I thought Kahuna raced. Swoop, swoop. Oh, no, I can't do it.
He should swoop him. He'll get him. He'll get him. No.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy, for that backside.
The 40 is Armor, we've got Foley Armor, and I missed everybody else.
Big lead, big lead, big lead. Oh,
Got to practice on this corner down here.
There's Vinny Valenti from there.
Wow, they're flying.
Oh, big crash.
I got it. All right. Doing good on the crashes today.
Crash, don't do that. Just everyone knows now.
Yeah, the infield. Nice and going in the pink. Oh, yeah.
Vin got third. There's my class.
You tape it?
Yeah?
What model is this?
I have no idea.
39.
39.
Well, that's 30. Yeah, Sutton, nice model.
My class.
Danny's class.
Shut up.
Where's Danny? Taping. Oh, 07's got the snap.
Mario.
We got 4 out in front, everybody else behind. We got 4 hanging on number 3. Haven't picked up number 2 rider yet. Give me that number. Give me that number. That's the 85. That 85's got to belong to Hill. But here comes 4 on the inside. Let's go back to number 2. But safety Ford up on top. If you can stay on that bike, looks like he's going to go home and win this time around.
Ford, Mario, and some other kid.
Ford trying to reel him in. He's got 1 move left.
Come on, Mario.
He's going to try to set him up for a swoop on that last turn. How does he out there?
Oh, he might get him.
Then there's the corner right now.
Second time around. 17 over X.
back up. The Demers is going to have no problem bringing this to the finish line in first place. Moto 40. It's 42 now. Marino number 2, here we go. Back to the big guy. 17 over it. Second time around. Last get the whole shot this time. The back side of the
Oh, Greg's got him.
looking strong in attack. Put the foot down, but maintains it down. Here comes Heckler. Heckler trying to eliminate.
Good fight for first.
Too much air out there. Still on front. Last set. Heckler. Olsen. Nadu. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how they're running. Right now.
Oh, he got squirrely.
Jason inside moving. Oops, last set. Looks like the quicks are back.
Well, he might get him.
Second down, low, big down, Mike. Can't pull it off. It's Heckler. Last set. Olsen.
Second time around.
Ground control.
Second group. Too close.
White Viking out there at number 2. They got Johnson and Phoenix side by side hanging on number 2, but that's number
Good fight for second.
36 out there. Darren, ground control, Waterbury. No problem there. The fight for number 2. Johnson trying to muscle Maynard White out of the way. Johnson trying to muscle him up. It looks like
Darren's got the moto.
this time around. But up on the front side, Waterbury. Tommy Johnson's gonna hang on to number 2. He got Maynard White all over his faces. Let's wait for moto number 3, second time around. Number 2 rider out there, but up on the front side.
Big crash in this race last time. 6 went down.
Double long, and he must practice out here because he's fine, but here comes Montgomery. Montgomery with a push up.
I was like this racing against Matt Sylvia. That's what happened.
Inside of number 2, we're going to moto 16, 9 out of combined class. Guys, this is Matt Wood, Justin Murphy, Lebo, Jeff Aya, Johnson, and Brian Zendario. No doubt who's the number 1 because that's the Lebo Lady, the speed team. Recognizable colors out there, and that's the many riders in there. Take it low, Mike, take it low. Number 1, but here comes the big group, we got the speed team.
Nothing happening here.
This is where you're going to stay in, looks like.
Crashing this one too last time. Make that a different one. Scratch this one. 16-17 Cruiser. Williams went down last time.
Go, Matt!
Good fight for third. Little tire ride. Who is this? Olsen.
Greg Williams, Rod Astor, Matt Dallas, 1, 2, and 3. And that's how they're going to the line. Williams hangs on. 5 seconds.
13X. Nothing big here. 14 novice. Everybody with the whole shot. Almost got hit. Come on, Todd! Really messed up there. I almost got hit. Vinny Valenti. Valenti's.
Price crosses by Valenti and Kahuna. But what does the Kahuna do? He Kahuna, and that's what he's doing right now. He kicks back number 3. Valenti puts Valenti back for Price.
My class.
Ball number 3, Valenti number 4. We're going right up to number 36 and out of the bar. Forward, Richard, Yoki, Mario, Forgione. Look at Forgione come through the pack. He got a bad start, came out of the gate. Number 5, and he's looking at number 3 right now, but up on the front side. It's Jason Ford, Grayson Jason up there on the front side. Jason Ford, here comes 85. That's got to be Gill. Mr. Gill trying to take it away, and he does. Gill takes over number 1, and here comes Forgione, wants to follow him through. Jason Ford shuts the door on Forgione, holds him off right now, but up on the front side is Gill. Ford, Forgione.
17 over expert, one more time round.
All of you got 17 and over X. Olsen, McAfee, Hector, they do class it. And no, blast off one more time. Here we go. Hector, Olsen to class it, going out in that order. Class it takes over number 2. Got it, sight set on the box. Doesn't look like he's going to reel him in quite yet, boys.
Whoa, a little squirrely there, Greg.
Class it, number 2, puts his foot down, loses a lot of momentum.
Dig it, Greg, dig it.
Inside, has to back it down. Class it. Shuts the door. Hector, class it. Olsen and Maydew. Richards and McAfee back there somewhere. But up on the front side is Class it. Gives up number 1 because I'm going to stop for number 2. Check the rear view. We got Hector. The Quickster number 2. Olsen number 3. Mr. Excited. Wayne Maydew number 4. And Richards.
Second group.
There's Waterbury, Stifler, Tommy Johnson, and Maynard White.
Come on, Tom.
The slowest one among them ain't a slug.
The intimidated Tommy Johnson all over Sharon Waterbury's action out there, but can't reel him in yet. It's ground control. One more time, and we'll see him out there. Sharon Waterbury reaches to keep him out of power turn. Maynard White in third, trying to reel in Tommy Johnson in second. Back in the third spot, we got
Guess who?
Jimmy Zither. The fourth spot, Jimmy Zither. It is a 3-person race right now, maybe only 2 in the middle, because Waterbury's going to go home the winner. Tommy Johnson, number 2, Maynard White, number 3, Jimmy Zither. Number 4, number 3. Holmes is out of the way. We're going to run again. Moto 5, 14, 15 cruiser. Valenti, Ford, Price.
Come on, Ben.
We got Price and Price out in front. Ford with a bad shot that time out of the gate. Ford dropped the way back number 3.
Somebody just water that just now and just leave, or was it in there?
Anyway.
Little
Adam
style.
Price out in front. Jesse Price, number 2. The Wiz, Vinny Delaney, number 3. And Jason Ford hangs down in the 4th spot right now. But back up on the front side is Price.
I just walked
Adam
over there. I
Price,
had to look over.
Price, number 2.
The holes
Looks like
on
he's going to
there.
go home that way. Adam is going to hold off brother Jesse. I think yes, sir. Vinny Delaney, number 3. One more time, Jason Ford, number 4.
Don't know what it is, but it looks interesting. Full gate in the next group. Looks interesting. Got through that clean. Looks clean. Don't know what class it is, but a lot of riders. Looks clean. Doesn't look too exciting. A lot of riders. 11 expert. Went through that clean.
Go, Brett!
Good race for second. Make that third. Don't know the class, but a lot of riders.
Come on! Go, go, go! Hard! All day long, go ring, please, that's not right now. Number 3, and in fact, who it is, but Chris Rich on the front side right now, looks like he's got enough to hold on. It's going to be going to go to line number 1. We've got Pollock.
A lot of riders.
Number 3, here people number 2, on the same top spot. Hold up 27, 13 next. Fellow, 4, Eastwood, Dahl, Carter, McGuire. Get it back.
They're clean.
We got a new leader this time. That's the 30G of Jonathan Dahl trying to pull an upset. And Paul Eastwood perfect. Now Eastwood won the first 2 times around and golfing all over his face. Here comes Eastwood. Dahl needs to go up and just a little bit too wide. But he's going to have enough to hold him off. But Eastwood has to back it down. But the big spin on the end could not do it. Jonathan Dahl wins it. Eastwood number 2, Eric Gould on the first.
14 novice. Almost got hit last time. Pat Sheehy down. Good fight for second.
Oh.
Ooh. Stoop. Might as well. Oh, wow. They look clean.
He's a shoot right now.
I know, he nosedive.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's good on taping. I know. Wow.
All behind him somewhere, but Greg Williams leading him out. Dallas number 2. Williams, Dallas, Spalding, 1, 2, and 3. Ross being back there in 4th spot. Greg Williams still up on the front side. It looks like Spalding might have taken him out there. Is that Spalding out in front? I believe it is. That's 17 out Spalding. Yes. Williams and Spalding. Graduates to the finish line. I think Spalding cleanly.
A lot of riders. Little guys.
Coming out of turn 2, we got the 04 Boulder and all day.
Swoop.
Here comes the inside move.
The main.
All right, we're about to 17 over expert main.
Don't want to mess up taping on this one.
We got Donald, Mark the Fox Heckler, Wayne Fisher, Tyson Hughes, Greg the Twitster Class S, Darren Brown for Waterbury, Jimmy Ziller, Maynard, White Viking, White, and the Intimidator, Tommy Johnson. Good luck, gentlemen. 17 over expert main is about to come at us. Blast off time.
God, I hope I don't mess up.
Here they come. He is on and looking at everybody's out there together with the Fox. Waterbury's out there with the Fox. We got Tommy Johnson number 3, Class 6, in the 4th spot. But up on the front side, here comes Class 6.
Oh! Come on, Greg! You might get him. All right. Yee-hoo. Nice job, Dad. Big class. Good fight for second.
Here comes Gable, wearing a white bear colors, takes over number 2. That's going to be Joey Kettleman.
They look clean.
But up on the front side, one more time. It's Tommy.
Another big class. Lead the lady is going to lead out the 9-year-old novice group as we go to Moto 10. Brian Ingram, Michael Smith,
All right, Mike, keep
guys,
it going. Keep it going, Mike. Watch your inside.
Smith, Michael Smith is all over the ladies' cage trying to get by him. He can't do anything with him yet. Team the ladies are speed king. Should have dropped off looking strong at Michael.
They also look clean.
Find any way he knows how to get by him. The ladies, Smith, and here comes one more rider.
Got Mr. Blunty here. Some other dude.
The lady goes to the finish line, and that was the number 50 of Guy Says he's trying to come out of nowhere and take over Michael Smith. Number 2 stop, but did not pull it off. Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad. You can go. Come on, go. Don't let him stretch you. Out front, we got Ryan Gagnon, top side. Out of Thunder Rally, Ryan Gagnon coming out of turn 2. Looking strong, but we got a big move out there on the right out. Right out.
Keep it going.
Gagnon on the backside. That's right out front. These fellas are driving me crazy. The Spitfire trying to reel him in, but I believe that's right out on the top side.
They're clean.
Gagnon goes down. We lost the Spitfire. Trying to put a swoop on him. Could not do it. Brent right up and go home number 1. We got the 38, 36 there for Jason Smith. Hangs on to number 2, but we're going to check.
Lost somebody over here. He's crying. This will take a while.
Burnham and Eddie Holder. We're clear over there, guys. Moto 12, well met.
Big class.
Gates down, and no one's got a good hold out, although there goes Conti. Dan Conti looks like he's going out front. Conti to the corner first. And you get that firm because he's got all the room in the world. We got Conti out front. We got another rider. That's going to be Tiki coming out strong. It's Conti. Tiki's right on his
Is it
tail.
clean?
There's nothing to happen. Conti, Tiki, and Steady, and Alfonso.
Next one should be a good one.
But he's got his person race out there right now is Conti. And the Diamondback boy, John Tiki. Tiki tried to set him up coming out of last turn. Doesn't look like he's got enough going to do it.
13X. And then some.
Go, Tommy, go!
Moto 13, 13X, Kane, Saul, Cardinal, Gold, Eastwood, Pinkle, Sanchez. And up on the front side, who we got out here? That's Ball. John Ball, looking strong out there. We got Ball on the front side.
Come on, Tommy!
Peter Sanchez.
Come on, Tommy!
Next moto looks interesting. Got everything in this one. Should be a crash.
Come on, Tommy, go!
Full gate. I knew it.
Four riders returning, Moto 14. Full gate work, this is 15 novice design. Front side is Johnny Olsen, Mario Forgione, 1, 2, and 3. We lost everybody else. Here comes Valenti.
Wow.
Much older Johnny Olsen out there, and he's giving Johnny all kinds of fits. But Olsen knows he's there. Steps on the gas when he needs to.
Got a good race back here.
Valenti is for number 2, Mario Forgione, number 3, Brian McGoin, number 4.
Oh well. Looks good. Ooh.
I would tell my wife, I'm spending time with my kids. I could go fishing.
Coming out of turn number 2. You don't like that? I don't know what we got looking like. But that's Johnny Mountain. We lose one rider out here. I don't know who all those other riders are. All I know is we got Johnny Mountain there on the front side. Everybody else is back there somewhere. We got Johnny Mountain looks like a sheriff. And here comes the Cosby Station. Johnny Mountain.
Too far away for that one.
Goes home number 1.
Doesn't look too good. Check it out anyway. Good thing I did that.
Turned his wheel. Did not turn his
All day long. We got number 58 is Majoris out front. Rob's got a pretty good lead out there.
That's it.
Looks like he's going to take it home.
This looks interesting. 14 novice.
Where's your bicycle? He's like,
Here we come. Heading for Tower Turn. It's a
I'm not going out. That thing's out to kill me.
We got our more on the front side. Here comes a good swoop move. Boylan tries to put a swoop move on.
Look clean. A lot of riders again. Small ones, but a lot of riders. Almost.
Mike Smith, Steve Malady, Guy John McDonald. And here comes the speed king.
They look clean.
Guy, looking outside.
Another group of a lot of riders. Small ones, but a lot of riders.
Takes the inside line. He may pull it off this time. Let's see what happens. Here they come to the line. It's Trezzy, Mulaney, and Trezzy. And Lee hangs on and steals it back. Trezzy back in the number 2 spot. That's it. Number 3 Muddle eliminates down. Here we go.
Come on, Jack.
7X.
Get him, Brett.
Right out here. Here's Carlson, Ryan, and Ryan Gillette. These 2 riders out there, you can't tell them apart from this one. As soon as you see their numbers, you've got an extra piece out this time. We got Ryan Jackson, took a big time fall up there last time.
Keep going, Jake.
This time it's
Look clean.
we got Gagnon and Ryder. 2 teammates out there running 1 and 2.
Another gaggle of riders up next.
Everybody else is on the back side. Here we come. We'll try to pick up those numbers. We got Gagnon.
That's good.
Total 12X. Alfonso, Conti, Burnham, and Eddie Holder. Coming in, that's got to be Conti. Matt Conti this time. Here comes Matt Conti, and we got Stevie all over his tape. With Alfonso.
Next group looks good too.
Alfonso, 1, 2, and 3. We got 2 races out there. Conti coming out of last turn. Come over the double swing. And it's going to go home a winner. Alfonso, number 3.
That was good.
Number 4. Here comes a whole pile of riders coming after here, and that's got to be Jonathan Eastwood out in front. Jonathan Gall, that's number 2 this time. David Gould, or Eric Gould, number 3. But look at Jonathan Eastwood this time. I don't know what happened to him.
There's that class again.
But he's giving Johnson all kinds of.
He's in his own class.
We got Eastwood on the front side. And then Gall. This first race right now, look at number 3 to Gould. Eastwood, Gall, and Gould.
Go, Vinny, go, go!
I don't know how they made that one. Why not?
Photo 15, 10 novice combined class. Now in 4th, Mason Byers and Tom Jarvis.
You know the reason.
Scratches.
You guys look good out there.
A lot of riders. 14 beginner.
Photo 21, 14 beginner. Sousa, Barrett, Donnie Mott, Andy Jensen, Tom Carlson, and Nick Saska. But Donnie Mott, Tommy's big brother.
Good race there.
Coming right at me with Sousa all over his cage. So we got Mott, and we got Sousa. Here comes 3 riders side by side. You see if Mike Barrett might come out on top on this one. I don't know, but here comes Sousa. Look at the move Sousa put on Mott up there. Mott has to drop it back to number 2 spot, but this race is far from over. Everybody piles into turn 4 and comes up Andy. Good riding out there by everybody but Sousa. Goes to the line first, Donnie Mott makes that number 2. And Mike Barrett taking number 3. I think this lost
Wow. He went down before too.
16-year-old beginner.
Right on it today, Dad.
Where they were, but it had to be McCormick here, Rob, but
Again. He's having a tough day.
all alone. And it's a good thing because we got 1 through 15.
This is gonna be a good trick.
Moto 23, 14. Now that's Carlo Armour, Joe Boylan, and Matt Seeley. Here comes everybody side by side. I'll just see the edge. No safety fellas out there. And Seeley.
Ooh.
He hangs on to the lead and gets right up there. Just a little bit. We've got Seeley, Armour, and Boylan. 1, 2, and 3 right now. Seeley has got problems all over his station. Carlo Armour is trying to reel him in.
Whoa. They look clean. Missed the start by a lot of riders. Little ones.
One more time.
gonna get him.
Ziegler and Keith holding off right now. And Tommy Mott has to drop it back. As Edelman takes over the top spot with a big time move out here. Tommy Mott trying to take it back. Can't do it this time. And Edelman goes off on spot number 2, Ziegler number 3. Total 10, 9 now to Eagles, Smith, Milady, Trezzy, Iyer, Crockett, McDonald. One more time, it's the Speed King. Lee Milady out the front. Now let's see who breaks out with him. I'll bet I know.
Okay.
And that's got to be Trezzy. That guy says no doubt about it.
Inside, Mike. Go. Keep it going. Go.
Lee Milady. Guy says Mike Smith. We got a 3-person race right now with Trezzy all over the stage. Looking to get by, but Lee Milady knows how to hold those inside moves. The best flying around this track. One more time,
Screamers. Write her down.
Diamondback boys, John Sheehy running 1 and 2, and it looks like they're going to go one way. We're going to come on to Moto 13 next. Stahl, Marble, Gould, Eastwood, Staples, and Peter Sanchez. Now here they come into turn number 2. We'll start to be able to pick up some numbers here, and that's Eastwood. Jonathan Eastwood on the top spot. We got the number 43, Sanchez number 2, but here comes Jonathan Ball on the inside, takes over the second spot. From Sanchez. Now Gall's trying to set his sights on Eastwood. Doesn't look like he's got enough track left to do it though. As Jonathan Eastwood, looking strong, is going to go home a winner this time around. We'll get John Gall number 2, Pete Sanchez number 3, Thomas Kane number 4 spot. 15 now.
Go.
Guys are flying. Olsen beats them in. We got Olsen and Valenti out there running 1 and 2 right now. Lorenzo, Richards, McCoy, Folio, Ford, Jones, Gill are all back there somewhere. Olsen and Valenti, I don't know how to Valenti.
Go, Vinny, go back down, go!
Olsen, Valenti, you got those 3 out there with you and my Olsen. I don't know who that guy is. Donnie Olsen back to Donnie. Here comes Vinny Valenti. Olsen finally realizes he's there. Maybe too late this time. Let's see what kind of move Valenti's got left. He doesn't, as Donnie Olsen's going to go home. Number 1, Vinny Valenti. Number 2. That had to be Chris Folio in the 3rd spot. Total 15, 10 now to Allen Ford, safety fire.
Why not?
Don Jarvis. Each time we hit over the final jump before we hit the turn number 1, and here they go on.
They're clean.
We got a lot of riders. Houston Barrett, Scott, Ian, Tom Jones, and Nicky
Really?
Yeah. All banged up together out there, but Donnie Mott, one more time, leading them out of turn number 1, heading for number 2. So coming at us right now, we got Donnie Mott, Mr. QB of Mike Barrett, number 2, and some for grabs after that. Mott Barrett trying to put a move on, and we got all kinds of
You got him.
after that. Mott Barrett looks like Barrett might pull it off one more time, as Mott takes the wide side on his decision maker, but maybe thinking I made the wrong decision over there. But Mike Barrett pulls it off.
Come on, Donnie!
On the track. Donnie Mott back to number 2. We got John Sousa on the 3rd spot. Moto 22, only 1 more to go.
Guys, taking it easy this time.
Bajoris, Brendan McGloin, Adam Taylor,
Scratch this one.
and Austin Brown.
Go to the next one.
Rob Bajoris, 1 more time, and leading him through. So we got Bajoris on the front side. We got McGloin number 2, Adam Taylor hanging on number 3. Bajoris has got all kinds of problems all over him now. If McGloin decides to turn around, he's got to put a big time move on the end here. Let's see if he can pull it off. We got McGloin down low, Bajoris up high. Side by side they come to the finish line, but George holds them off. McCoy number 2, Adam Taylor number 3.
out pretty good. No reason to believe it's going to change. Carl Moore on the front side. Pat Key, number 2. Joe Boylan, number 3. Matthew Cruz, quite a day. Thank you very much for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Miller, I'd like to personally thank you for inviting me. I sure enjoyed myself. Hope I get the opportunity to do it again sometime. Hope to see you down in Maryland tomorrow. Don't forget, doubleheader at the Speed Bowl. Have a safe ride home. See you next time.
I-26th, Meriden.
Moto 15 down the hill they come. 16X is busting out of the gate. Look at it's going to be Williams on the inside with a push. Here's McLaughlin and Rothstein. Mix it up a little bit. They're not going to get very far though. They drop back on for number 2 and 3. It's going to be Eli Anderson on for number 2. Anderson had 2 for a minute or two. He just slid back and looked like the Dario, and Rothstein just slid draft style right up the middle. Now Rothstein gets sideways, drops the machine. He's out of it altogether. Williams brings him out of the turn. Dario on for 2. It's going to be Mr. Anderson on for 3 with McLaughlin. Looks like it's going to be Martin. And it looks like, who else is out there? Angiolo on for the last. Make that Mr. Rothstein on for the last. That's a hot class. You're going to have 3 action-packed ones coming your way today. 17 and over novice coming down the hill right now. It's moto number 16 as they work their way to turn number 1. We had a mix-up. We lost one of them over the table. Out on the top is going to be the 9-0D. That's Scotty Dykema. Dykema, free agent colors flying, brings them out of the clouds of the drop-off and setting up for turn number 2. Out they come, and Dykema's got it reeling right now. Sartori's out there trying to reel him in. They got the 13 out there in for number 3. That might be Mr. Pricken. I can't tell. I don't have a 13P on here. That will be Brian Pricken with Douglas Wynn on for number 4. And the 39K of Billy Kosh is going to be on for the caboose. 17 over X coming down the mountain like a landslide. Look at the number 2 jumping right out this time. Number 2 is going to be, I don't know, I don't have a number 2 on there. He's got one out there, but I don't have one in here. Rob Delecki, the DE. Rob Delecki. Rob Delecki has got a 76D here, but we'll go with the 2 out there. Mr. Plaskett says it's Delecki. It's going to be Delecki. On the top side, there was going to be Thunder Thighs on the T-Alley, and that Thunder Thigh man is going to be Mr. Greg Plaskett. Plaskett over the dubs right now with Mr. Delecki on for 2. Number 3 is going to be the Machine Gun out of Silver City, and Rob Spistu on for number 3 is between Witkowski and McGonigal. Moto 24. 15-year-old novice out of the launch pad. Whoa, big time right out there. 96R, Jarrett Rousseau jumped that thing right up, got it back down in time. But diving into turn number 1 with the lead is Mario Forgio. GT colors flying on the back straight right now, and look at the battle going on for number 3 with Plaskett on top of it. Didi Plaskett, look at them both. Got Plaskett on the high side. Now when Forgio and try to hold off Plaskett, Rousseau just dropped right in for number 2, but from nowhere, it's going to be Mr. Davey Barr, who swooped on the inside of the whole mess. Out of the turn they come. Barr's got the lead, bringing Rousseau in for number 2 with Forgione, Danny Plaskett, and Andrew Farber to follow. And 4. Out they come, big wheel action, 1820 cruisers cooking down the straight. Looks like it's going to be O'Reilly and Heckler side by side into turn 1. Doherty pulls down to the inside trying to get the short line around the track, but it doesn't work for him. Drops back to number 3, and Tommy Knowlton back there for number 4. They come cruising down, drafting NASCAR style out of the final turn. Doherty trying to muscle his way by O'Reilly, and look at Knowlton just swooped on by both of them while they both got caught up. Out of the turn, looks like Heckler's going to go across for the win. Going to have Knowlton trying to fight it out with O'Reilly and Doherty, and it's going to be Heckler, Knowlton, O'Reilly, and Doherty. 1, 2, 3, and...
Next, one more time.
It's going to be Valenti and Boothroyd on for 3 and 4. 16X going. Look at this action, a big bunch heading for the table. Williams, Rothstein, side by side, McLaughlin loose in the draft. McLaughlin gets it back again. Here comes Dario trying to swoop on by him through the gap area. They're still side by side trying to figure out who's going to take number 3, and it looks like McLaughlin comes out the winner. Out on the top side, though, Greg Williams sets him up for the straight now. Got to the top. Now here comes a beautiful move on the inside by Mr. Richie Rothstein. Rothstein almost dumps it down to the turn, but holds onto it. Comes across for the win. Looks like Rothstein's got the company. Whoa, Williams might have snagged it at the very end. It's going to be Dario in for 3, McLaughlin on for 17 over Nas, screaming down the hill. Looks like it's going to be Dykema with free agent colors out on top. Everyone else in second place. We just lose one over the top, and it's going to be Dykema out there with Sartori on board 2, working their way down the back straight. Free agent colors flying through the clouds of the drop-off. Dykema trying to hang on to it, looks to the inside, can't see Sartori. Sartori makes the move down to the last straight, but can't get by him. Now Sartori's got the line. Can he close it down? Looks like Dykema. Sartori now with a sprint race coming to Drag Alley. Look at him coming home to you. It's going to be Dykema, Sartori, 1 and 2. Moto 17 up in the gates, the 17 and over X. Mr. Plasket calls them the chain gang because they tear up the asphalt. Here they come. Plasket comes first over the top. Number 2 out of Delaware. Looks like it's going to be Rob Delucky. Delucky gets caught up on the high side of the berm. McKenzie almost gets on by him, but can't do it. Bobby Spistu on for number 4, but right now the engineer is going to be Thunder Thighs out of T-Alley, Mr. Greg Plasket. Rob Delucky on for number 2 right now. Got a little bit of a distance between him and number 1. Looks like Plasket's going to bring him home with Delucky in for number 2. McEntee and Spistu on for 3, and high line out of turn number 2 to try to get by him, but Carissio, he's got the boat going, got number 2 locked up pretty good. Gibbons goes down in the dirt right now. That's going to put
Novice.
number 2. Whoa, a crank is lost by Mr. McGonigal, which makes Mr. Winkowski on for 3, and McGonigal's going to be in there for number 4. Down they come out of the gate. Plaskett, big time jump. Look at Dan and Danny going out there doing it. Forgio almost loops that baby, makes the front wheel back down, but Diamond Danny Plaskett jumps right out there with the lead. Rousseau is on for number 2 right now, trying to get a hold of Forgione. That battle could turn into number 1 if him and Forgione still go at it. They pull it out of turn number 2, heading my way. Here comes Davey Barr. Barr's putting the pedals together. Andrew Barber on for number 5.
Keep the door closed.
Number 3 and head for home.
All right. Yes.
Going to bring him across the line. Here comes Barr trying to hunt in. Yes, Davey Barr in for number 2. Forgione, Rousseau, and Barber.
In 18-20 cruisers, O'Reilly trying to get a hold of the inside of Heckler, but the Fox brings him out. Now the Fox goes high in turn number 1, gets it down to the center of the track, has O'Reilly and Doherty cooking on his back door. Don't count out Tommy Knowlton, though. Knowlton back on number 4, just waiting to make a move. O'Reilly gets a little bit squirrely over that jump, doesn't make it, drops back to the caboose. And out on top, it's going to be the Fox bringing him out. Now Heckler is rolling. Here comes Doherty on fire, trying to catch him. Knowlton for 3. O'Reilly settles in for the
16X in the dust. Here we go.
The 16X is your way. Look at this, 3 wide coming out of turn number 1. It's going to be Rothstein trying to get a hold of Williams, but Williams jumps right out into the lead. Rothstein is not through with him yet, though. You're going to have Mr. Anderson and McLaughlin trying to fight it out for 3 and 4, and Rothstein just went on by Williams on the outside of turn number 2. Rich Rothstein now cooking, GT flag coming out of the final turn. Rich Rothstein on fire, bringing him through. Now, Williams looks back to see if he has any competition, and it's going to be McLaughlin trying to snag it from him, but it's going to be Rothstein, Williams, McLaughlin, Anderson. Looks like Martin. And now we go to 17 and over novice one more time. Moto 16 out of turn number 1. Looking like it's got the lead, and he wants it, and it's going to be Scotty Dykema. Dykema now in control out there, coming out of turn number 2, heading my way. Dykema got a little bit of company going on from the 173. That's going to be Dougie Wynn out of Bethel. Wynn back there for number 2, holding back the rest of the heat. Dykema's got the top side. The number 3 slot is going to go to the 13P. Don't have the 13P. I got
17 over X.
For number 4. Chain gang coming down the mountain right now. Plaskett side by side with Robert Delucky out of Delaware. Delucky back there on the 2 slot, but you got old Mr. Quick on the top of this thing ruling the roost. Out of turn number 2 they come. Into turn number 2 they go, actually. Plaskett still leading, but Rob Delucky trying to close the distance down with the McEntee on for 3. And number 4 is going to go to Rob Spistu. Spistu, the 26-year-old out there, dicing it with the 17 and 18-year-old. And old Rob Spistu looking good. Wynn's going to go to Mr. Greg Plaskett. Rob Delucky's going to be in there for number 2. The machine gun, McEntee's in for number 3, and Spitzky's going to be in for number 4. Let's go to Moto
15 novice, third time around.
Moto 24 up next, 15-year-old novice. Gates down, Andrew Farber with the push, but settles back into the wake a little bit as the rest of the crew just pulled themselves right out. Danny Plaskett, inside move by Plaskett, gets right on by Forgione. Forgione trying to hunt him down now and get it back because Forgione says, wait a minute, this poor track out there, I'm going to get this guy reeled in. Going to have Rousseau on there for number 3 with Davey Barr on for number 4 and Farber on for number 5. Out of turn number 2 they come.
Go, Dan.
Danny Plaskett got the lead and looking good out there. Old Didi bringing it home across the pike in for the win with Forgione, Rousseau, and Mr. Barr on for 3 and 4, and Farber on for number 5.
Down to the stretch run. Just a little bit of gate practice.
Kiss 95.7 has video power. This Friday,
Gate's been just painted.
Saturday morning at 9:30 on WTXX TV Channel 20. Watch Kiss TV, the music video show. Take the checkers in Manchester. Let's find out how to win one of 5 once-in-a-lifetime.
Come on, guys, shoot him here.
Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia. From Coca-Cola Classic, the official
Hot night, about 80 degrees, clear, no threat of rain. Week number 13 here at the alley.
06106. Kiss TV. Take the checkers in Manchester from Coca-Cola Classic.
Got rid of the jungle down there.
Power Station. Kiss 95.7.
About 20 loads of dirt been brought in. We're going to build up some berms in the next couple of weeks.
Two totally different things.
Anyway, we get going pretty soon.
Another time. Just what I wanted. Oh, thank you oh so much.
There now, we got 15 novice, 16X. 15 novice, 16X. That doesn't sound like it goes together. Ryan Willis, Greg Williams, flying, Brian McLaughlin, Stevie the Boss Blondin, and Diamond Dan Plaskett. Now we got Plaskett as the only novice out there. Steve Blondin as the only 15-year-old X. And we got Willis, Williams, and McLaughlin as 16-year-old X's. So I'd say Mr. Plaskett and Mr. Blondin got nothing to lose this time. They're going to let it all hang out and see what they can do with the big guys. But I'm going to put my money on those wild pants out there, the flit colors of Ryan Willis. Let's see what happens. It's going to be between Willis and Williams. I got no doubt about that. There goes Williams with the whole shot, but here goes Willis right out with him. Williams on the front side, Willis number 2, and that's McLaughlin. 3 16-year-old X's running 1, 2, and 3, and we almost lost Flying Brian. He almost went flying. Up on the front side is Williams, Willis, McLaughlin, Blondin, and Plaskett. Here we go. It looks like Williams going to hold him off so far. Ryan Willis trying his best to get around. Willis with the inside move as Williams goes real wide. Got a lot of momentum coming in. Let's see what happens. It's Williams, Willis, McLaughlin, Blondin, and Plaskett. 1 through 5. Moto 15, 14X, the Z-Man. Moore into turn number 1, all by himself, way out in front. We got Plaskett blows the start, and let's see what happens. We got all kinds of riders out there, but only 4 on my moto sheet. I don't know what we got. Let's see what happens going in. That's got to be Delecki out there. Mr. Excitement Nadeau coming down. That's Delecki out of Delaware with Warja. Here comes Plaskett, finally gets through the pack. Nadeau jumps back to number 4. We got Dykeman number 5 and somebody else on the 6th spot. Plaskett looks like he's possessed, and he wipes it. We lose Greg over the top as Delecki goes home number 1. Warja number 2, Nadeau number 3, Dykeman number 4, somebody number 5, and Plaskett dusts himself off, picks himself up, hits his seat, and says, wait till next time when I get a start. Moto 24, 14, 15, 16, girls, I love this class. Vicky Quagliaroli, Joanne Kidd, Kim Jarn, Moto 5. 4. 4. He says 4. What's next? 35? Moto 4, 1820 Cruiser, Heckler, Webb, and Smokin' Joe Doherty. And there goes Lester Webb trying to stay up with him this time. Can't do it yet as Mr. Scary backs it down, and we got a 2-man race right now as Heckler and Doherty are going to go at it one more time. It's coming out of turn 2. It's the Fox. Mark Heckler smoking Joe Doherty all over his case. Mr. Scary Lester Webb trying to hang in there. But it looks like a two-person race, and I'm going to give it a one-person race as Mark Heckler is going to go to the line. Doherty right behind him. Lester Webb, number 3. What moto? Moto 14A this time. Ryan Willis, Greg Williams, Brian McLaughlin, Steve Blondin, and Danny Plaskett. All kinds of mixed classes out here. We got novices, experts, 15 experts, 16 experts. But those are those flit colors of Ryan Willis this time. Got the best of Greg Williams. Last time it was just the opposite, and Williams beat him. So Willis looks in the rear view, sees Williams all over his case. We got Flying, Brian McLaughlin hanging on number 3, Steve Blondin, the boss, number 4, and Diamond, Dan Plaskett, trying his hardest out there in the number 5 spot. But Ryan Willis goes home. Can't wait for next time around, see what happens. Moto 50, Goulet. Let's see what kind of shot Plaskett gets this time as Greg leads out Warja, Nadeau, and Dykema, and a whole bunch of other riders that are not on my moto sheet. Greg Plaskett looking strong this time, got a last place. We got Delaware's own Dalecki. That's Rob Dalecki out there, number 2. We got Mr. Excitement, Nadeau, number 3. Warja, number 4, and Dykema. Plaskett, Dalecki, Wayne Nadeau, Paul Warja, and Scott Dykema trying to put on a little air show out there. Doherty and Mr. Scary out there says, you guys can go if you want to. I'm going to be safe out here. So we got Mark Heckler on the front side wearing those Wilk colors, Smoking Joe DDR style all over his case. Smoking Joe to the wall, trying to get by him, can't do it yet. Tucks right in behind, waiting for something to happen, not going to do it. Heckler, Doherty, and Webb spot. Here comes this big-time mixed class out there now as we got all kinds of 16-year-old X's, 15 novice, and 15 X's coming at us. Up on the front side, it's Ryan Willis. We got Greg Williams and Brian McLaughlin side by side out there. Plaskett in for number 4 and Blondin in for number 5. Coming out of turn number 2, Williams backs it down, gets a little bit upset there with Mr. McLaughlin. Plaskett takes over number 3 spot. Here comes Blondin. Here comes Blondin on a real strong 15-year-old X. Gets by Plaskett, but up on the front side, we got Ryan Willis, Flying, Brian McLaughlin, number 2, Steve Blondin, number 3, Dan Plaskett, number 4, and Greg Williams is at DNF.
50-50.
Goulet, number 5. 17 years old, 17 and over X, the chain gang coming at us. And Plaskett one more time with Rob Dalecki all over him. Here comes the Punisher, Paul Warja on the inside. Watch out for this one. Here we go. We almost lost Dalecki. Look at a big swoop move by Dalecki. Dalecki and Warja dicing it out there. We got Plaskett up on the front side. Warja number 2. Here comes Nadeau. Nadeau takes over to 3rd spot. Puts Dalecki back to number 4. And we got Pricken back on the end there. Sandwiched in between is Scott Dykema. But way up on the front side, we got Plaskett, Warja, Nadeau, Dalecki, Dykema, and Pricken in that order.
Trumbull, July 31st, triple pointer. Some motos.
Let's get them fired up. One watch out.
Semi time, 17 over X.
Marcus Stanko's from Putnam Valley.
Gate is running extremely slow. There should be a lot of gate jumps.
7DE. Is that a Delaware plate mark right now? How we doing for the officials? We all set down here yet? Hang on, Joe. Haven't got the go yet. We're all ready to go.
Here we go.
Bang, Moto 1, first one of the night. The triple pointer comes out, and it's going to be Heckler out with the jump right now. He's going to have Plaskett in the wake and Danko on the inside. Out of the drop-off they come, looks like it's still going to be Wilk Racing's Mr. Mark Heckler out on top of this thing, pulling it out of that turn. Heckler and Danko 1 and 2 with Plaskett and Johnson and Maturi. Out there, you got, who's that? That's the gun? That's got to be the gun out of Silver City on the backside of this thing. We got to jump out of the gate on Moto 2. Back with Heckler, though, coming to the final turn. Looks like Wilk Racing's Mark Heckler has got the lead. A comfortable one at that. He's going to bring it in. Heckler's going to go in for one. Your race is for number 2 right now. Old Thunderdides is going to pull that one in. And Danko's going to be in for number 3.
We got a gate jump in the second moto. Don't know who it was, but we'll find out in a second.
2 with a jump right now.
So we're going to go to Moto 3. Still 17 and over.
Out they come, Moto 3 coming down the hill. Savage got the jump, got Jackson working the outside. Looks like he's going to take it, and Jackson brings him over the wall first. Inside, Savage trying to get after him, but Curtis has got it. Here comes Savage right back after him. Savage trying to put it to him, but Curtis now has got the line all to himself. Brings it out. Curtis Jackson on the top side with Mr. Savage in there for number 2. Going to have Sidney Shaw back on 3. Dusty Don Olson dueling it out with Mr. Excitement, old Wayne Nadeau out of T-Alley. Savage comes back, super move on Jackson, gets him sleeping in the tower turn. Bringing out of the final turn, coming home. Here comes Jackson putting the coals on the burner, trying to get it across, but it's going to be Savage in for the win. Jackson's in for number 2, and Shaw in for number 3.
We'll try to find out who the gate jumper was.
Dwyer rolling off the gate.
It was Randy. Bittenitis was the gate jumper.
Cruiser combined. No, that's going back to the old moto number 2, I guess. Let's flip it on back and see what we got coming out of turn number 1. Out of New York City. It's going to be the Bronx Bomber out there. Mikey Duke leading the pack out of Asphalt 1. Got White Lightning out there cracking out of the clouds in the number 2 slot right now. Number 3 is going to be the 7-6D out there of Rob DeLucky. DeLucky on there for number 3 right now. The 4 slot's going to belong to the 03 of Jimmy Cunningham. And the 99M of Jeff Meyer on for number 5. 12-13 Cruiser, second gate of 12-13 Cruisers. Moto
17 over novice, first time around.
Flat turn, Moto number 7, 14 novice, second gate of 14 novice coming at you. It's going to be out of this area, Monty Thomas with the A3 Team Cook and Carlo Amore on for number 2, Jeff Weaver on the 3 slot, Todd Evangelisti on for number 4. 17 and over novice, blistering turn number 1. We dropped one into the asphalt, come they are. It's Moto number 8 coming around the flat turn, going to be the 154 out there, and that's going to be Gary Costello out of Cheshire. Costello brings him out of the tower turn now with free agent colors on the backside. That's going to be the 90D of Scotty Dykema. Dykema's on for number 2, not too much chance of pulling him out. Big pile up on Moto number 9 out of turn number 1. Going to have Mr. Costello in.
Sorry, Danny, I missed your start altogether.
Moto number 10, 15-year-old novice out of the drop-off. They come. Pulling them out is going to be Jason Ford on the top side, flying the beastly BMX colors. Out of the turn, he brings them now with 4Joe 9 for 2 and Diamond Danny Plasket back there on the 3 slot. Davey Barr holding back number 4 right now. And behind him is going to be the 14R, and that's going to be Eric Richards out of Milford. Ford.
Good job, Danny. You got somebody right on you.
Richards, followed by Andrew Barber and the 5-3B out there of Brian Blair. That's going to put Dexter Jansen back on the.
Good job, Danny.
Moto 11, 15 next is coming out of
Looks like 16.